A beautiful day on the campus of Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut. Dreams of an undefeated season begin today here at Campus Field as the Sacred Heart Pioneers take on the Stonehill College Skyhawks in the season opener on ESPN+. It's the best three words in sports, Freddie. Football is going to get the ball first here on offense, as Scalise ready to kick it away, and we are underway here for the 2025 season against two programs familiar with each other. The 2nd and 8 ball at the 37. Sacred Heart's first possession with John Makowski in at quarterback, 55%. And he's also got some wheels, which we see. He rushed for 413 yards and 6 TDs. Levy battle because Coach Nofri said he had better command of the offense. Also, is the RPO ability. And that one's going to go nowhere for the Pioneers. So after picking up that big first down on their first series.
The play design to get the offense started on a positive note and stay ahead of the sticks.
Yeah, you talked about that new offensive coordinator for the Skyhawks. He's coming over from Dartmouth, and they threw the pill a lot. But this is a big gain and a big first down.
Offensive line picking his spots and getting a first down run.
Yeah, that O-line, 6'2.5", averaging 300 pounds. One Phil Steele, preseason All-NEC team member as well there in the middle.
Dropped because he had his hands on it, but that's on the quarterback. The receiver did the right job. The quarterback did not finish the operation.
That sets up a 3rd and 13 at the 49 for O'Connell. Swings it back out to Dunphy. Dunphy connects on that one, not before he's wrestled out of bounds by a host of Pioneers.
It was such good pursuit by Glory Steve.
Coach of the Year, 5-time NEC champion, led the Pios to 2 FCS playoff games and a record of 74 and 68. And another big chunk yardage play for the Pioneers on
running downhill, making the key block.
Yeah, he's the captain, and Coach Nofri says he is the leader of that offense. Another first down for the Pios, ball at the 34. They are in rhythm right now. Back to McGuire. So McGuire now with a pick.
They will line up 3 and 4 guys in a line of scrimmage. They want to keep everything in front of them. That's why we've seen a lot of 2 deep coverage from the safeties for Stonehill.
2nd down run by Webb. So they're going back to the sophomore, the 6', 204-pounder, maybe a little
bit to the left side and get that first down.
If you shrink down that much during camp, I need to go back to camp, that is for sure. And Summers still going. The 5, touchdown Pioneers. Well, you said they couldn't.
With there. So his backside didn't touch, but did his left knee touch, as we see the replay, and it looks like right there. So that's going to be the call, the left knee touch at around the 32-yard line. So a great play by Summers. The touchdown is going to be called back because the left knee made contact at around the 32-yard line.
It was ruled a touchdown, which would be Summers' first touchdown in his young career, the freshman. And we're going to get the call from the referee here.
Yeah, they said the ball is going to mark at the 32-yard.
Freshman stays on the field behind Makowski. 3rd and 1, ball at the 26. Pios looking to get in red zone territory. Wrapped up in the backfield. Summers taken down. Pioneers this season, trying for it on 4th down. Swing pass out. It is complete. Is it enough to Tejan Brown? It looks to be short. So he hooked up with the 6'1", 195-pound senior out of Maryland. The Edinburgh
3 and out.
Yeah, Hackett and Verbisky last season accounted for 68 tackles, 3.5 for a loss, and that's going to be another loss or close to that one there. The Pios dialing it up, a little bit of pressure here, and that's what Coach said he wanted to do.
Good heart.
Yeah, Battaglia, one of 3 on the defensive side of the ball there on the Phil Steele preseason All-NEC team as the Pioneers, so a little RPO there from John Makowski. We said the captain in the backfield with Makowski. 3 wide receiver set. Makowski back to throw. And that pass complete to Brown once again. So they've been looking at the Edinburgh U transfer, Tejan, the 6'1". Cedar Mosley, they had 55 tackles last season, 4 loss, 7 pass breakups, including 4 INTs as the Pioneers. Now 2 yards shy of another. Ball game is scoreless. Pios go for it once again, 4th and 1. And Makowski out there lead blocking for young Chuck Webb as well. So Mikowski's like, we're picking up
Football, even though you got 3 wide receivers to the right side.
Webb in the backfield. Mikowski, that is an early hit. Rhodes took a shot before the ball even got there. Here, well, Stonehill 17 yards through the air. O'Connell 3 for 4 on the day, but they've only rushed the ball for 7 yards. They're gonna go back over the middle and a big chunk played to Jake Newsham. 1 yards as Stonehill's only manages 7 yards on the ground. So the Pies have been stuffing the run. They're gonna go to the air. Man, wide open in the middle. Can he get past the sticks? No. Nice open field tackle by the Pioneers.
They only free safety in the middle. They may bring a blitz here.
New offensive corner Dan Herbert, not afraid to go for it and look like in and out of the hands on the sideline. So the Pioneers, woo, a big wipe of the brown back for the Pioneers. So we are still scoreless here with 4:12 left before the break.
Yeah, it's been 30 for 30. They've been good between the 30s, both of these teams. But then once they get to that point, they've been able to get stopped and stymie themselves.
No one has entered the red zone yet, but they look to change all that. Turning on the Jets is Dean.
The sack anyway to keep Mikowski from getting loose and getting to the other side.
They're going to rule that a half a sack there, and 2nd and 11, and gobbled up once again in the backfield are the Pioneers. They can't go anywhere. Like you said, they're playing in between the 30. Skyhawks are 1 for 5 on the day in 3rd down conversions. They're not going to get it there either, Freddie. As Pios call that timeout, save a little bit of time. The clock is ticking away. It's 1:09, and they are taking out their aggression
So you got
on each other here. Scoreless ball game. 44 seconds remain. It's a 1st down. Complete out. He's got to get out of bounds, Freddie.
Yeah, he did. He
right
almost did.
away.
And then he 25. They've been able to play to a scoreless tie because that experience has helped them where they have not had Sacred Heart try to run away and hide from them.
2 seconds remain in a scoreless ball game. 2nd down for the Pioneers. And a deep bomb into the end zone, into it and out of the hands. Was it picked up eventually? The crowd went crazy. You know who was down there?
Yeah,
the tight end.
Mikowski a lot of credit because he put enough arc on that football to give guys a chance to get down there. So he did everything right. You give a guy a chance. And Peyton Rhodes, how he got behind the defense is one thing, but that was almost a circus catch as Case was able to track the ball. Peyton Rhodes did a great job getting his hands on it, couldn't bring it in, went right through his hands, and there's Casey right there and couldn't possess it before his 2 feet landed beyond the end line and out of bounds. If Peyton Rhodes could have made a clean catch, he might have been able to get 1 foot down. That's why he's in his end zone looking sick as a dog, thinking I had it right there and I couldn't put it away. Game plan so far in the first half, he showed they could trust him to do that, and then maybe the running game's going to come along.
You know, O'Connell's been very efficient. The offense, though, has run 24 plays, has Stonehill for 76 yards, 56 through the air, 20 on the ground. They're 1 for 6 in the 3rd quarter as Stonehill receives that at the 1. A little trickery, a little handoff there, and punching it up the middle are the Skyhawks, and a host of red jerseys taking them down around the 25-yard line. So a little trickery to start here. Hey, you got to do something.
Thank you.
Goose eggs on the board, and there you're getting called back. And let's see if that takes the wind out of the sails of the Stonehill Skyhawks. So now it's going to be a 2nd and long. O'Connell, handoff, Washington. Washington trying to make his way outside, cuts it back in and gets a 1st down and more. 2 halves as well, and it's a 2nd and 19, 2nd and a mile for Stonehill, and they're definitely going to go through the air. And an interception by the Pioneers. 1st turnover all the ball game goes the way of the Pios. And was that Shanny?
Good mistake, and he hit him right between the numbers. Good pressure up the middle of the field. He didn't want to wait, and right there, he telegraphed that ball. He was looking inside for his receiver, breaking on the in route when it came to Torrance Washington Jr., but a good job to step in front of that when the ball told him where he was going to go, and he
It could be, and that has been the story of the day. Penalties hurting both squads. Going deep, and it's intercepted. The 2nd turnover on the day, and the 1st for Stonehill into the hands of the quarterback, Richard Mosley III.
He has been so good in coverage, but Peyton Rhodes had him beat, and Mikowski just a little bit short with that play. Richard Mosley III with great closing and coverage speed to take that potential touchdown away. But Peyton Roach ran a really good route, and Richard Mosley III, that ball underthrown just a little bit and took it away to keep them out of the end zone again.
So a turnover will put the hands back into the Skyhawks' hands, and with a first and 10. 7:14 left here in the third, and we're going to have that pick by Mosley. So the second turnover of the game. Both quarterbacks have thrown a pick thus far. It's going to be first and 10, and is it going to be? It is. Is that a safety? It is a safety for the Pioneers, and I don't know if you had that on your bingo card, Freddie, as the first score of the game with 7+ minutes left in the third, being a safety, 2-0.
Hamilton, their energy guy, able to beat the block, beating not one but two blocks, and did a great job not only walling up the offensive player, the running back, but then grabbing on and holding on. He was able to beat two guys a lot bigger than him and take advantage of the offensive guard when it comes to Griffin Hart, and then also the offensive left guard, Jay.
Actually didn't pay off, obviously, for Stonehill. Pushed them so far back. The Pios defense stands tall, gets the safety, and now they're going to get the ball back once again. Ball at the 25. Take it out to past the 40. He's going for it now. Hangry. And he takes it all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Or during the season, they look right and ready and ripe right now so far in this drive.
2nd and 8, ball at the 13. It's a quarterback keeper. Mikowski weaves his way to the right hash mark. Just man in motion. Mikowski directing traffic. 5:44 left in the third. Pios trying to tackle on another. They do, and a touchdown! Pioneers! Chuck Webb, the sophomore, 6 foot, 204 pounds, out of Roanoke, Virginia.
You stick to what you are. You go right behind your offensive line, the strongest on the team. And look at Scribner. Just take advantage of this guy and just move him out of the way. Did a really good job tying him up in the middle of the defense when it came to Aiden Horodnick, and then was able to get a second block on the linebacker trying to come through. Really good play by Evan Scribner on that touchdown run against Stonehill's offense.
Yeah, to put it in a little perspective, Stonehill put up 350 yards rushing, 2 100-yard rushers in the last season. But that's why this is a new season, and getting the tight end into the mix. Cody Ruff, the 6'5", 245-pound senior, out of a beautiful Middle and Company. 4 wide receivers, 3. Let's see if they go back to the air. They need to pick up 7. Motion by Turner. O'Connell goes back over the middle, in and out of the hands once again of Cole Clark. Of the ball game, his first in his career. 3:05 left here in the third. 2nd and 2, ball at the 23. They're going to keep it on the ground and trying to get behind that center, Scribner.
Yeah, Evan Scribner's having a terrific day because you have not.
All Pioneers bringing up a 3rd and 5. They're going to keep it on the ground, trying to go up the middle, but nice shoestring tackle underneath. Was that Battaglia? The linebacker taking him down by the ankles.
Yeah, this is 4th down and 1.
And first downs in the ball game. Throw for 98 yards and rush for 35 more. 2nd and 3. Ball at the 43. O'Connell. Nice. Knowing his magical arc. Goes right in the hands. That Washington down close to the goal line. Out at around, they're going to say, the 9-yard line.
And if Maximus Mongelli is not there, they sell out on the blitz. They bring it from the right side of defense, and nobody catches it back, leaking out of the backfield. They brought Ryan Moore, the free safety, one of the safeties on the blitz. He was able to find it and get to that seam in a well-designed play by Stonehill.
So 1st and goal, they've been hurrying up on this offense.
By the time I identified him, he was in the end zone waiting for the celebration of his teammates to make this game a lot closer. Just a simple little play. Sacred Heart not in position, guys having their hands on their hips, and when you have that, you put that combination together, that's a bad recipe for the defense. Quick tempo. They've gone tempo. Anytime they've gotten the first down, they get to the line of scrimmage quickly, and boy, did that pay off on that first score of this game by Stonehill.
That took less than a minute 30 to inch their way back into this ball game. The PAT is good, and by the rush, and Webb on the carry, and they go back on the ground, and there's the freshman once again. Hey, remember, earlier on, Freddie, he 10, Pios 6 for 12 on the day, 50% of the time they are completing it. They're going long, deep, and going up, climbing the ladder. Sacred Heart 10 for 13 last season, along a 42, but It's Mikulski back. He's looking to scramble to gain a first down. He gets close, but leveled before the 10-yard line. So now the big decision game for Matt Kling, the grad student. 10 for 13 last season. And the line drive goes through the uprights, and the Pios tack on 3 to take the 12-7 lead. Second and 10, ball at the 25. O'Connell rolling right once again. It was basically the same exact play to Duffy. This time Duffy hauls it in.
Yeah, the ball's a little higher, but you're right. It was as if they said, well, that should have worked. Let's go back to that on one break. And that's exactly what they did, and they ran the route.
And long. O'Connell back. Fires over the middle. Close, about 2 yards shy of the sticks.
And how good was that coverage
Woo.
by Maximus Mongelli? Because
3rd and 4, ball on the 44. Stonehill just 1 for 9 and converting 3rd downs, and stopped to look to be a little short, Freddie.
yeah, he's about a yard short because he was able to make the catch and rallying to the football once again and making a nice play from the linebacker position was Nick Verbitsky to keep it short of the first down. And now they'll go tempo again and hurry up and try to get this first down.
4th down for all the marbles. 2:50 remains. O'Connell back, stretched out is the tight end Cole Clark. Point lead for the Pioneers. 4th down. Stonehill 3 for 4 on the day and 4th down conversions. Can you get the magical 4th here? And stumbling is O'Connell, and O'Connell picks up the first down.
What the call is here.
Stonehill hasn't had the lead this entire ball game, but they are knocking on the door. Can they kick it in?
They tried to catch Sacred Heart sleeping, and clock's still running, and now they're going to take a
trail the Pioneers by 5. 3rd and goal. O'Connell tries to roll right. He almost got sacked. A little shovel pass up the middle. At least got some positive yardage.
But no timeouts, yeah.
11, 10. Can the Stonehill Skyhawks do it? And a whistle on the play.
It's going to be a false start because Stonehill wasn't set yet. Because
are they going to run off that clock?
Yeah, to your point, well, it would if it's a dead ball, then you run the clock.
You usually roll off 10 seconds, which would give the
Pioneers
the victory. What a wild way
I think that
to finish this ball game with the
Bird
ball
full start. Offense, number 61, 5-yard penalty. This penalty is eligible for a 10-second runoff.
You're right on it, Chris.
By rule, the game is over.
Yep, you're right on it. See, that's why that play made no sense.
Is over.
Why would you run that play, a little shovel pass on the inside? And second time on this drive, they tried to outsmart the defense, and they wound up outsmarting themselves. And that is something Eli Gardner and the coaching staff, you got to look at and say, man, we kind of let our team down with a couple of play calls that really didn't make any sense. That would have made sense if you had 1 timeout left, you run that little inside play, fine. I think in that situation, you throw the ball towards the end zone. If it's a completion, you get a touchdown. If it's incompletion, the clock stops, and then you get a chance to have another play. That play was taken away.